Unmasked, Episode 6. Mr. Creepy. It didn't start with anything obvious. It never does. At first it was framed as confidence, attraction, him just wanting me. And I remember thinking, maybe this is what passion looks like. Maybe this is normal. But it wasn't. It quickly became something else. Something that didn't feel like love at all. He would make sexual comments about me in front of other people. Not subtle ones. Not private jokes. Blunt, loud, embarrassing. The kind that made the room go quiet. Or made people laugh awkwardly while I stood there, feeling exposed. At work, he would grab my boobs like it was nothing. Like I wasn't a person with dignity, with a job, with people watching. Just something he could touch whenever he wanted. I remember trying to brush it off, laugh it off. Because calling it out felt worse somehow, like I'd be the one making it awkward, and that became a pattern. Even in public, I wasn't safe from it. I remember being in Primark, just shopping, normal, everyday life, and he put his hands down my knickers. Like it was a joke, like it was playful. But I didn't feel playful. I felt humiliated. I felt like I disappeared in that moment, like I wasn't even there anymore, just a body. And that's exactly how he treated me, like I was a piece of meat. Constantly. It didn't matter where we were, who we were with, or how I felt. If he wanted to touch me, he would. And if I reacted, if I pulled away, if I said I didn't like it, that's when it would turn. Suddenly I was the problem. I was prudish. I was boring. I was broken. He would compare me to his exes, talk about how they were better, more open, more fun, and it chips away at you because you start questioning yourself. You start thinking, am I the issue here? Why does this feel so wrong to me when he acts like it's normal? Then came the threats, subtle at first. Comments like, well, if you won't, someone else will. And then not so subtle. Threatening to cheat, then actually cheating, and somehow, even then, he made it my fault. Like I had driven him to it. Like I wasn't enough. Like I had failed. But it wasn't just me who saw it. Other people noticed. My friends found him creepy, uncomfortable to be around. He would make sexualized comments to them too. Cross boundaries. Say things that just didn't sit right. They didn't say it to his face, but behind closed doors they had a name for him. Mr. Creepy. And that says everything, because when multiple people feel it, it's not in your head. But by that point, I was so used to being told I was overreacting that even that didn't fully wake me up. At home, it didn't stop either. I wasn't even allowed basic comfort. I couldn't wear pajamas. He wanted me to sleep naked. And it didn't matter that I was uncomfortable. My comfort didn't matter. What mattered was what he wanted. And sleep, even something as basic as sleep, came with conditions. I couldn't just go to bed and rest. He had to be touching me every night. And not just holding my hand, or something normal. No. I had to fall asleep with his hand between my bum cheeks, because he said it was comforting for him. Not for me, for him. And I remember lying there, completely still, just waiting to fall asleep, feeling trapped in my own body, because even sleep wasn't mine anymore. There was no space where I could just exist, without being touched, without being sexualized. And it went even further than that. He would grab me in front of kids, talk about sexual things in front of children, and I told him clearly that it wasn't okay, that it made me uncomfortable, that it was inappropriate, that it wasn't suitable, and he didn't care. He carried on. Because again, what I felt didn't matter, what was right didn't matter, only what he wanted. And that's the part people don't always understand about this kind of abuse. It's not just about what's done to you, it's about how consistently your boundaries are ignored until you stop believing they matter at all. You get conditioned into silence, into compliance, into thinking, this is just how things are. And slowly, you lose yourself, your voice, your comfort, your identity. All of it gets replaced with survival. Just getting through each day without conflict, without being made to feel worse. And the hardest part? Looking back, I can see how wrong it all was, how invasive, how degrading, how unacceptable, but at the time, I was just trying to cope. trying to make sense of something that didn't make sense, trying to survive someone who made me feel like my body wasn't even mine. This episode isn't just about what happened, it's about how easy it is to be made to feel like you're the problem when someone repeatedly crosses your boundaries. It's about how sexual coercion doesn't always look like force. Sometimes it looks like pressure, persistence, guilt, manipulation. And it's about how damaging that is, because it stays with you. The discomfort, the shame, the confusion. But let me say this clearly. You are not prudish for having boundaries. You are not broken for wanting respect. And you are not the problem for saying no. What happened was not normal, and it was not okay. This is Unmasked, and this was Mr. Creepy.